What's up, culinary geeks? Today I'm gonna show to you how to make the perfect juicy steak in the air fryer. Let's check this out. Alright guys, here you have two Denver steak. This is a well marbled, relatively tender cut, and it is on the cheaper side, so and pretty good steak, usually very good if we cook medium rare to rare. And here you can see they are grayish in color because they're just stored in the freezer, nothing major. When they're in contact with the oxygen, they will turn slightly into the red color. This I know is more appealing. Now, I'm gonna cook this steak in two different ways. One, I'm gonna apply my mixture of molasses and liquid smoke that I used in another video, the ribs video that I'm gonna drop for you down below, along with the ingredients and the direction as always. Before applying this layer of molasses and liquid smoke, I like to apply a little bit of smoked salt. Make sure that the salts that we're gonna put is on every side of this beautiful steak. So we want to make sure that each side of the steak has this flavor. So what we're looking here is to get very strong smoky flavor. For the second steak, I'm just gonna apply a little bit of salt, and I'm gonna store this back into the fridge for somewhere about 2 to 4 hours. Why we're gonna do this? Because we're gonna allow enough time to the salt to penetrate into the steak. The salt is one of the few molecules that can really penetrate inside our meat. This is our meat after a while. This is after exactly 2 hours. As you can see, the smoke, liquid smoke and the salt, they are doing their job to penetrate this meat. Now, in order to guarantee enough smoke flavor, we want to reapply a thin layer on top of my beautiful Denver steak. And as we did for the first time, we want to apply this layer in each and every side of the steak, so we have a full flavorful Denver steak. Now, in this time, I'm also preheating my Kosori air fryer for about 10 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. To complete the seasoning of my steak, I'm just gonna add a little bit of black peppercorn and granulated garlic. This is the other steak. As you can see, the salt is starting to get its work done, and I'm gonna apply exactly the same steak because then we want to do a side-by-side comparison to see which one is the best. As last step, I like to apply a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and brush it up on top of the both Denver steak. We do exactly the same using my brush and using every side of the steak. Hey, do you need ideas for the perfect side dish? Here I'm gonna drop for you a link where you can watch me cooking asparagus 4 ways. These asparagus are amazing. Let's check that out. Now, in the air fryer here, my Kosori air fryer that I preheated at 400 degrees, I put like a layer of cast iron like that. So this is not exactly for this kind of cooking. I preheat it for more than 10 minutes. Usually when I put cast iron inside an air fryer, I usually preheat for 20 minutes to get the cast iron super hot. As you can see from the video, it's extremely hot. And in order to cook the perfect steak in the air fryer, we need an instant reading thermometer. That's really important. This is after a few minutes of cooking. We want to turn it on our thermometer and then check with this instant reader probe how we're doing. We are shooting for about 120 to 130 Fahrenheit in the middle of the steak. I like to turn it over a couple of times to guarantee a full cooking throughout the steak. You can skip this step if you want, just cook once for about 8 to 10 minutes. It really depends which kind of cooking you prefer. So I like on the more rare side. My wife like a little bit more cooked. This is the first one. I'm gonna cook more on the rare side, which is gonna be around 120 degrees, and the other one I'm gonna cook for a little bit more, so close to the 10 minutes mark, until 130 degree Fahrenheit. So the use of a thermometer is really important in this case. We cannot skip the step because it's impossible. Alright, so we tried both versions before and they both smell amazing. The one with that I use the liquid smoke obviously has like a more interesting barbecue smell. So in terms of texture, we prefer the one that was a little bit less cooked, so the medium rare cooked one. In terms of flavor, definitely the one where I use the liquid smoke and molasses combination. Why we prefer the one with the liquid smoke and molasses is because we felt that we were eating almost a sort of like jerky, beef jerky. So it was like extremely interesting flavor with a different kind of texture, like with like a steak texture. So it was really amazing. So for the perfect steak today, I would recommend you to do the cooking time and temperature of the first steak and the seasoning of the second one. I think combined will be absolutely the best choice. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more fryer recipes, tips and tricks to get the best out of your fryer, or if I simply decide if it is worth or not to buy an air fryer. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next.